They finished 7-5. This is insane. Like, not only do they get a bowl game, they won some marquee matchups, including a 14-point win at Camp Randall against Wisconsin. First up, we've got Penn State, Illinois. We're going to go through each of the games. Well, we got 3 games. First up, Penn State, Illinois. We got 5 minutes for each game.
Looking for some bigger prey. They're hungry for that bigger win, and this could be it. If they can take down Penn State. I said, nevertheless. Why did I say I said?
The former 3rd string, now 2nd string quarterback. And people on Twitter are talking. Should he be the starter now?
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. This is Big Ten Chatter on Big Ten Team Rivalry. I am Cliff. With me, as always, is Mac. His name is Mac. I don't know who needs to hear that right now, but that's his name. How's it going, Mac?
It's fine.
It's fine. It's good. Thanks for joining us and being on Team Rivalry and subscribing. We are up to a full 250,000 right now on our subscribers. Pretty exciting. Thanks everybody for watching.
They all hate us.
Appreciate it. Well, we get a lot of bad comments. That's true.
A lot of you are mean.
We get some good comments. That's not too bad.
We do, yeah. Thank you. Nice comments.
This is a 2-part video. We're going to ask the question about bowl games. Does the bowl game matter if you're not in the CFP playoff games? Specifically, we're looking at Northwestern in part 2. We're going to talk about Ohio State, so keep an eye out for that one. Coming up December 23rd, Northwestern plays Utah in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl, and the road to it was a tumultuous one for Northwestern. Looking at Pat Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald was the head coach from 2006 to 2022, and he had an erratic record, to say the least. You could plot it out like a profit and loss chart, just like in Storks, and it goes off into oblivion on the end. He did manage to get the team to the Big Ten championship twice. He was 0-2 for Big Ten championships, 5-5 for bowl games, and overall he had a 110-101 win-loss record, which is an awful lot of games, to come out with a 52% win average. Pat Fitzgerald's final season was a punishing 1-11, but that's not what got him fired. It was the scandal that got him fired. David Braun took over for 2023 as the interim head coach, and I don't think either of us really expected much from him. I think we thought they'd go another 1-11. But here they are at 7-5. Braun has been made the official head coach, and they are off to a bowl game. So, Mac, all of that introduction for a quick discussion on Northwestern. What does this bowl game mean? I should add, too, that we've heard about the team getting momentum now from the 7-5. The team is excited because they're doing so much better than they thought they were going to do. So what does this bowl game mean for the morale and the future of the program? Because it seems like it means more than nothing. Yeah,
I mean, so there's a couple of different ways to look at this, and only one of them is positive. There's probably like 4 different ways to look at this, and only one of them is positive. So I'll start with the positive one, because that sounds like a nice thing to do. So you're Northwestern a year ago. You finish up the season 1-11. You're upset, but you understand that Pat Fitzgerald has this team going in 3 to 4 year cycles. Every 3 to 4 years, you make it to the Big Ten championship because the West is garbage, and also you happen to be kind of good that year. So you're waiting patiently. Then over the offseason comes this weird hazing scandal that Pat Fitzgerald wasn't involved with, but for some reason is the only person on the coaching staff to be punished for it. Again, this doesn't make sense. If Pat Fitzgerald should have known what was going on, you'd think that the other coaches who are actually responsible for the players, or just as much responsible for the players as he is, should also get fired. Basically, if you have a culture of hazing, you need a culture change, not just one guy. If one guy is enough, it doesn't make sense. Anyway, right. So that whole thing goes down. At that point, you're thinking, okay, this team is done. Okay. Then they finish 7-5. This is insane. Like, not only do they get a bowl game, they won some marquee matchups, including a 14-point win at Camp Randall against Wisconsin. Huge. The same Wisconsin team that took Ohio State to the fourth quarter. That's amazing. And then somehow or another, they also beat Maryland. Maryland, a team that took Michigan to the fourth quarter. It's crazy. What is going on here? This is amazing. So Northwestern, you've got to feel really good. And yeah, your morale is super high right now. And now you're going up against a Utah team whose starting quarterback, I believe, is not just opting out. He is also transferring. He was injured all year long, and the backup did pretty good. Bryson Barnes is his name, I think. Yeah, so he did pretty good, but Utah still finished the season 8-4, which was way below expectations. So you've got a chance to knock off Utah, and that's huge. That's going to be great moving into the next season. Unfortunately, this is where the positives end. The next season, I mean, what are you going to do? Like, have you seen next year's schedule? Like, who? I can't remember exactly who they play, but we're bringing on 4 Pac-12 teams. So,
right.
Yeah, this is great for morale's sake, but at that point, like, how much morale is going to get you a winning record against these teams in 2024? So yes, this might help, but unless this spurs on some like extra recruiting help, then Northwestern's going to be kind of in the same exact position next year, which, maybe they're still looking at like a 6-6, 7-5 situation at best, but that's at best.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of my thoughts. I mean, like, how much morale can you really have? Like, how much can morale really help you if you're Northwestern and you have to play Oregon or Washington? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, they've got, I pulled up the schedule. They've got Miami, then Duke, then the Washington Huskies, then Indiana, Maryland, Wisconsin, Iowa, Purdue, and to finish it off, Ohio State, Michigan, and Illinois. Illinois is going to be a toss-up now.
You're not going to go bowling.
It's going to be tough. And I think you're right, though, that all of this builds to is how are they going to handle recruiting? Somehow David Braun has to work this into recruiting to rebuild that program. If they win, if they beat Utah, and I know right now they are, oh shoot, I lost it, 6.5 point underdogs. So it's within reach. They could win, and I think if they win, he can make a really strong case for Northwestern as up and coming. Yeah, well, I should take that back. A really strong case. He can make a strong case for Northwestern being a solid mid-level Big Ten team rather than a bottom-of-the-pack Big Ten team. But that's the next step, really.
So, I mean, yes, it is the next step, but you're also thinking about, like, Rutgers had a pretty solid season. Like, I think that they're a lot better than their records suggest that they are. So it seems like kind of on the up and coming under Greg Schiano. Maryland is always a tough call because, like, they start the season pretty strong and then they lose a couple of games and then just totally fall apart. So who knows where they're going to be at. But now Indiana's got a new coach. Michigan State's got a new coach. Matt Rule's going to be in year 2 at Nebraska. He's up and coming, and he's about to flip the 5-star Georgia quarterback commit. Not to mention, he might be getting Julian Fleming from Ohio State and Kyle McCord. So, whoa, like, look out for Nebraska's offense next year, man. So right now I'm looking at the 2024 recruiting rankings for the Big Ten. Northwestern's number 17, Michigan's 18, but Northwestern's at 17 with 12 commits, 10 of which are 3 stars. That's not a terrible class, but the rest of the Big Ten is a lot better.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we will see. We'll keep an eye on Northwestern, whatever they're doing for recruiting and all that. You can watch Northwestern in the Las Vegas Bowl, December 23rd at 7:30 p.m. on ABC. Anything else you want to add to that, Mac?
No, but good luck, guys.
We're rooting for Northwestern.
All rooting for you.
We know you guys can do it. Thanks for sticking with us.
Counting on you.
You are on Team Rivalry, and I hope we earned your like and subscription. Let us know what you think about what we think, and don't forget to make football fun again. Mac, take us out.
This is Big Ten Chatter on Team Rivalry. Go Cats. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a subscribe. It would mean a lot to us. Maybe even a like, possibly even a comment. Let us know your thoughts and all that. It would be really great to hear from you all. Have a great weekend watching football and enjoy watching football. Remember, hashtag make football fun again. This is Big Ten Team Rivalry.